All right, welcome to Yoga for Pelvic Health tonight. I am glad to be here and I'm glad to guide you through this yoga practice. I'm glad that you took this time for you. This is a new sequence that I've put together based on a course that I've taken. And it's meant to help strengthen and stabilize your pelvic floor and your pelvic muscles and everything that's there. I do suffer from chronic pelvic pain myself, so this is a passion of mine and I'm happy to be sharing it with you guys. So first of all, let's start in the seated position. You can sit in whatever makes you more comfortable. If you're sitting on a blanket is comfortable, if sitting on a bolster is more comfortable, whatever works for you. Some people might have a smaller bolster that you may want to straddle and sit because it's more comfortable. You might have a meditation pillow that's more comfortable. However you want to do it, that's what is most important for you. So I'd like you to just take a moment and shift around, find that comfort spot. Make sure your head and shoulders are aligned. Your pelvis and your hips are aligned. And everything is just feeling the way it should. Use your breath to allow you to settle in. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your nose. Allow your breath to start relaxing your body. On your exhale, release your breath. Feel your body soften. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands up to your rib cage. If you have a strap with you and you'd prefer, wrap that strap around your rib cage and just gently hold it. It doesn't have to be tight, but hold it so that you know you feel it there. You can cup your arms around your rib cage and just hold them here. Keep your shoulders down. What I'd like you to do is just take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Breathe into your ribs. Feel your ribs expand as you inhale. As you exhale, feel your ribs deflate. Belly is soft. And as you inhale again, you feel those ribs expand. Space grow between the ribs. If you have a strap or a towel, you may feel the pressure against that strap or whatever is tied around your ribs as you inhale. And you feel it shrink as you exhale. Notice the sensation of your fingers on your ribs. Fill your ribs with air on your next inhale. Slowly exhale and feel the decompression of your ribs. Do it one more time. Nice deep inhale, expanding the ribs. Feeling the air fill it up and softly exhaling. On your next exhale, bring your arms to your side. If your left hand reaches the ground, just leave it rest there. On your inhale, bring your right arm above and just reach over to your left for a slight stretch on your right side. As you inhale, you'll fill in all the space on your right side with your breath. And exhale. If you find that it's hard to breathe in here, then you've bent over too much. Just bring it back a little bit. Feel the stretch. Be aware of your breath. One more cycle of breath. On your exhale, bring your right arm down. On your inhale, bring your left arm up and over and reach, and we're going to stretch out the left side. Take a deep inhale. Feel that left side stretch. Feel the air fill the ribs. And exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale. Two more cycles of breath here. And on your exhale, bring that left arm back down beside you. Take a nice cleansing breath here at your own pace. If you happen to be sitting on a bolster or a meditation pillow, you can move that over to the side. And you can extend your legs out in front of you. Sorry. And what we're going to do is bring our knees up slightly, put your soles of the feet on the ground, separate your feet, and we're going to put both hands behind our back, and we're going to windshield wiper our legs. You can start from the right and move over to the left. If this isn't comfortable to do both legs at the same time, feel free to do one leg at a time, just like you're turning over pages in a book. This helps create space in the hips, in the pelvis. It opens it up if it's tight. You can do this at your own pace. There's no rush. Do what feels right to you. Be aware of your breath. If you start to lose focus, always come back to your breath. Do a couple more windshield wipers. And do one more. On your next exhale, take your legs out and just give them a little bit of a stretch. Shake them out a little bit. And then you can pull them back in and gently find your way to tabletop. Now here, if you have any knee discomfort, please use a blanket for your knees. If you have any wrist issues, I invite you to fold over your mat. You could use a blanket, or feel free, if you have blocks or books, feel free to use the blocks to use them as, and this takes a bit of pressure off your wrists if you position yourself like this. And for tabletop, make sure your wrists are aligned under your shoulders, hips and knees are properly aligned. And just take a moment here and take a couple of breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And inhale and exhale. Here we're going to do 3 different variations of cat-cow. The first we're going to do is we're just going to move our pelvis. So I will move to the side so you can get a better view. And we're going to, just at your own breath, tilt our pelvis and keep the remaining body still. Keep neutral spine. And you're going to inhale, exhale. And we just move the pelvis and do 3 cycles of breath with just cat-cow of the pelvis. Once you have completed your 3 cycles, just come back to neutral position, neutral spine, neutral neck, neutral pelvis. Continue to breathe at your natural rhythm. And the second cat-cow that we're going to do is we're just going to move our rib cage. On the exhale, we're going to drop our rib cage down, and on the inhale, we're going to lift it up. So we're going to exhale, inhale. We're going to do 3 cycles of this. Once you've done your 3 cycles, come back to neutral position. Be aware of your body. Notice any sensations that you may be feeling. Do you notice a difference between the two? Just take a moment and observe. And for your third cat-cow, we're going to do a traditional cat-cow. However, we're going to change the breathing. As you drop your ribs, you're going to exhale. As you lift, you're going to inhale. Do this for 3 or 4 cycles of breath at your own pace. And when you're done, come back to neutral position. Each version of the cat-cow allows your pelvic floor and your pelvis to open up differently, to strengthen differently. It moves in a different pattern. Doing your breath differently allows for the pelvic floor to move with your body, work in the same direction as your body. Opens your sit bones. Once you're back in neutral position, do you notice a difference in your body here? Maybe you want to do a couple of traditional cat-cows and feel the difference. I'll give you a moment to see if you want to do a few traditional cat-cows with the traditional breath. Allow you to observe your body. Perhaps your body at this point needs a little bit more movement. Perhaps some hip circles are in order, or maybe some side-to-side movement. Just add movement here that your body is calling for. Don't worry about what it looks like. Do what feels right for your body. Notice how your body feels as you might move in a circle. Notice your sit bones. What happens to them as you move forward and backwards? What does your pelvis do? Or if you move your hips from side to side, how does that feel? Always being aware and taking notice of your breath as you move slowly, being aware of your body. Let's come back to neutral position. Let's take a moment and explore our sit bones. let's gently and slowly glide back towards your heels and take note of how your sits bones feels. And then just move back slowly to neutral position. You can exhale on your way down. Inhale on your way back up to tabletop. Do you notice any expansion? Any tightness? And you might not have to go back very far to feel it. It might just be a slight movement. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a big movement. It could just be the slightest movement. Just take your time. Notice your breath. Be aware of your body. Return to neutral position. And you have an option here of tucking your toes and going into a downward dog, or just finding your way to your hands and feet to mountain pose. The choice is yours, whatever your body is calling for at this time. If you do choose mountain pose, if you do choose down dog, just take a minute. You can walk the dog here. You can walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale and roll up. So just stand here in mountain pose for a minute. If you're comfortable, close your eyes, gaze your eyes downwards. Take a cleansing breath. Deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Let's take another one. Feel yourself standing here. Shoulders down from the ears. Rolled back, tucked down. Your legs sturdy. Feet grounded to the mat. Feeling grounded to the earth, connected. You're aware of your breath, its natural rhythm. Your jaw is relaxed. Your face is relaxed. You're just taking a moment, scanning through from the top of your head, scanning for any areas of tension. As you find them, you breathe into them, You release them. You find your 2 feet well grounded into your mat. Gently, you open your eyes, shift your weight into your left foot, keeping your right foot on the mat, just shifting your weight into your left foot, and then shifting it into your right foot. It's a little movement, and then back to the left. Bring awareness to your breath. Are you inhaling, going to the right? Or are you exhaling? And just softly shift the weight from one foot to the other. This helps with bladder control. If you have any bladder weakness, this helps tighten. This helps your bladder know that everything's okay. It helps strengthen it. Send signals to say everything's okay. It activates your calves because there's a nerve that runs from your calf that actually connects to your bladder. And we'll just do a couple more of these before we go into the next pose. Let's come back into a neutral position where we balance the weight on both feet. Take a deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. For the next one, if you're situated near a wall, you have a chair, please use it if you have any concerns with balance. You could use a block as well if you want for leverage. I will show you that option in a second. Really, a chair is just more to hold. Let me just change my camera angle a bit. Okay, so what you're going to do is take your outside leg, lift it just slightly off the ground, and you're going to swing it just slightly forward and backward. So if your balance is fairly good, you might not need a chair. So you're putting your weight in your standing leg. And it doesn't have to be a big movement. Your other option, use your block, put your standing leg, and then you can just, this one's automatically off the ground, and you hold on like this. Hold on, let me focus in a little bit more so you can see with the block, and you just shift like this. On the block, I do need a chair, and without the block, you're just barely grazing your mat. And here's where the fun comes into play. As you're doing that, we're going to now add our upper body. So as your leg is in the front, we're gonna move the opposite way our leg does. So just legs in front, your upper body's in back, and vice versa. Be aware of your breath. You can do this as slowly as you'd like. And when you're ready, bring both legs together. And we'll do the other side. And the same thing. We'll do a few on this side. And as you're doing this side, take awareness. What's the difference between this side and the other side? Let's bring our upper body into it. This helps with balance, with hip movement, because as we know, the hip and pelvis are very closely related. And if you're ready, bring both feet together. Mountain pose. Inhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh sound. And let's do one more like that. Find your way down to your mat. Lie on your back. Ground your feet to your mat. We're going to inhale, and on our exhale, we are going to gently lift our pelvis. It doesn't have to be high. We're going to do a mini bridge. It doesn't have to be a full high bridge, just slightly lift it. So we're going to inhale, exhale, and lift. Inhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, and lift just a little bit. Let's hold it here for a breath or two. And on your next inhale, lower your pelvis one vertebrae at a time. Gently bring your knees to chest, Give your knees a nice big hug. If you want to rock from side to side here, if that feels good for you, go for it. Go ahead and grab your feet on the outside, or you can grab your big toes, and let's go into happy baby. If you prefer, you can do one leg at a time for half happy baby, whatever suits you best, whatever works for you the most. And of course, you can always rock from side to side if that works for you. So whatever is most comfortable, whatever benefits you the most. Now you might be wondering why I had you lift your pelvis on an exhale instead of an inhale like we traditionally do. When we exhale, our pelvic floor pushes downward and has strength so we can lift. So we lift with strength and we relax with the pelvic floor muscle as we bring it down. When you're ready, bring your knees back into your chest. Give them another squeeze, another hug. You can release your legs down, extend them, and prepare yourself for Savasana. If you have any pillows, if you have any blankets that you want to use to support yourself, that you want to make yourself more comfortable, please go ahead and use them. This is your time to allow your body to fully relax. This is your time to allow the practice to fully sink in. Allow your body to surrender to your mat, to surrender to gravity. Bringing awareness to your breath, to its natural rhythm. Don't worry and fuss about what you're going to do tomorrow or how tomorrow's answers will come. The way to get through a task, a day, a life, is to stay in the present moment. Racing, pushing, trying to force things forward. Doesn't work. Not anymore. Hurrying will not speed up the process or the journey. In fact, if you race ahead of yourself, you may find you need to go back, return to the parts you skipped over, and go through it again, fully present. Yes, there are times we need to press on, times we need to push a bit more, but hurrying won't speed up the process. It will just keep us tense, out of step. To speed up the process, we need to fully immerse ourselves in the moment and then focus our energy, our presence, our emotions, our thoughts, and our heart. Stay in the present moment. Listen to your heart right now. Be gentle and loving with yourself right now. Be open to the guidance around you right now. Guidance that will make the present moment come alive. If you stay in your heart, stay with yourself, stay in the present moment, tomorrow's answer will come out just as today's did, naturally, gently, and on time. Begin to notice what your hands are feeling underneath them. Notice what your legs are feeling underneath them. When you're ready, start moving your hands, your feet, maybe wiggle your toes, your fingers. Sensations are starting to come back to your body. Begin to notice sounds around you. Slowly move your head from side to side. Maybe take a deep breath in. Notice any smells in the air. Take a moment. Notice how you're feeling before you open your eyes. When you are ready, open your eyes. Take a look around. Remember where you are. Slowly roll over to one side and take a moment. There is no rush. Use your hand to slightly push you off the floor, bringing you into a seated position. I would like to thank you for showing up tonight for yourself. I would like to thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice tonight. It is my honor to have led you through this practice. It fills my heart to fill your heart. Much love and gratitude. My heart to yours. Namaste. Have a beautiful night.